Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons and Destinies. I personally would like all of my players to say hi.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So, before we begin tonight's episode, I would like to start with a couple disclaimers. Most of the music you're going to hear in tonight's episode will be made by the wonderful Michael Gelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with Philip Melvin. They're both wonderful composers. They on Spotify they kind of do the same thing at the same time. They're like a pair. They're a duo, a dynamic duo, if you will. It's spelled Michaelghelfi. Definitely check them out. They're great composers. They're playing the music. They made the music you're hearing right now, which is great. They're amazing. Anybody else got anything to say before we begin?
No!
No.
Okay. So, welcome back to the magic infested world of Aracretia. Last we left off, our players had finally begun to make way through the war wastes. After running into an island, they explored the island a bit and found quite a disturbing scene. A portion of a town that had been seemingly torn away from whatever mainland it was once a part of as an island, and in it a church. And this church held a great statue that was very reminiscent of someone they knew. However, they found quite a bit outside, signs that only were written in a different form of Aecochran, very similar but not the same to the one that Daenerys speaks. Within this town, they found that a lot of the things were normal. Meals were left on desks and tables. Things that were being carried had just fallen right where they were being carried, and they just... It was almost as if the people and the inhabitants of this town had just disappeared. They came back, they got the boat repaired, and they headed towards Spectre Island. And they made landfall after making it through a storm that was very reminiscent of tales that would be told of hell. And after they made landfall, they decided to work out some emotional differences they had, which went very well. And they, after doing that, headed into mainland Spectre Island, found another city that they began walking through, and found more temples where, in going into, they found not only the same situation as they had found in the town on the island that appeared before them. They found a mural that had been painted 50, 60 years ago, covered in dust, thick layer. As Magnus mage-handed it and wiped it away, it began to reveal an image, a spitting image, of Rue in this newly built constructed temple, and they began to piece things together when they began to hear sneezing from the dust being wafted off the mural. Daenerys, not wanting to get surprised and killed, immediately noticed the sneezing and kind of very friendly approached the person who was doing so and made a quick friend. That man's, or maybe a man, they're not really sure. It's this being covered in cloth from head to toe, obscuring everything but their one eye from being able to be seen, about half their face behind the hood. The name's Palladius, and although they act rather strange, they are now going to be acting as a guide to Theogen, the Storm's final target in their wants and needs, I guess. And that is where we'll begin tonight's episode. So, all of you stand within the large Parthenon-like temple, pillars on either side with murals in between, a dusty mural on the far back, the darkness kind of abating to the light streaming in through the open doorway as you can see the dust float through the air. Magnus still kind of glowing, lighting up the area around him, as Palladius makes a wide arc around all of you and begins to head towards the doorway, not towards. A mural at your backs and an incredibly dangerous and unknown island in front of you. You may do as you wish.
Rue is gonna just kind of begin to follow him out of the temple, kind of shuffling past everybody else.
Okay.
I'm assuming that I'm sorry, Palladius, is that his name?
Palladius.
Palladius. I'm assuming Palladius and Tenaris have been speaking in like this other version of Eric Cochran, right? We haven't been able to understand them, have we?
I don't remember.
Should we flip a coin?
Yes, that was happening because
Yeah,
Palladius noticed
she did
that
just speak in
Daenerys was
Eric Cochran.
speaking in Eric Cochran. That's right.
Oh.
Okay. Bo's just gonna look at Tenaris and just say, "How did you manage to understand?"
It's a dialect similar to the dialect we speak at home. And she kind of flutters her wings a little bit.
This island confuses me every single day, and Bo just starts walking off and following Rue.
Okay. We'll say that that conversation happened, and then Rue left. We'll say that Daenerys transcribed the whole conversation she had with Palladius.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Just afterwards, that way we don't have any like, oh, Rue did left for no reason, you know, like.
oh okay,
Appreciate
cool. That
that.
makes more sense.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Retcons.
God damn it.
Lothric, Daenerys, Magnus?
Is there anything more to like, other than the dagger that was on the thing? Is there any more to like this mural to uncover or no?
There's more that you can uncover. You've only uncovered a small portion of it, but I mean, it's up to you. Remember, Rue said don't get too close to it because
Yeah.
if there's like a trap or something.
Can I just like finish uncovering it?
Yeah.
Because I just want to
So-
see the whole picture of it.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Lothric and Daenerys, what are you two doing?
Tanny's just gonna be following the character.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna walk outside with everybody else.
All right. So as the four of you walk outside following Palladius, the kind of blue sky hits you in the face. The fresh sunlight. You have still readjusting to be able to see after about the week of the war wastes. Magnus, as you uncover, excuse me, as you uncover the mural, the entire mural is painted beautifully. It's very well done. It's 3D in stature, and you see Rue standing there. Her eyes are open, and around her there's a dark cave. But there's a single point of light that's emanating, and it's coming from excuse me, jeez. It's coming from the pendant that you saw on the statue earlier. It's not very bright, but it is helping to illuminate her figure. And around her, you see that there seems to be almost this bubble, like the light and the very cave itself begins to bend around it just a tad, as it encompasses and then reshapes to the outer sides of the cave.
Does the bubble of like light or whatever kind of look like the light that she was giving off on the ship?
You wouldn't be able to tell that from the mural. It's too dark.
Okay.
Also, did we see glowy Rue?
I
Yeah,
don't.
you all saw.
Yeah, we all saw Glowy Roo.
Yeah, yeah, you
okay.
all saw. Rue didn't know she glowed. She has no idea. She's like,
That's
"Huh?"
what it was. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Is there anything else around the temple at all, like worth interest?
I mean, other than the other murals, probably not.
Then I guess I'll just head after everybody else before they leave me behind.
Okay. So as you all, Magnus, you kind of catch up with the rest, and Palladius begins walking down the kind of cobbled streets, and you see that he points to what looks to be a hill in the far, far distance, and on top of it is a little white dot. And in Aokokran, he says to you, Daenerys, that is the Urdn Faisuk, the location that we are heading.
So we need to go that direction.
He nods.
What exactly is that way?
Kind of just looks at you. He doesn't know what you mean.
I'm sorry, Gold. I didn't hear you very well.
No, it's okay. He looks at you as though he doesn't know what you mean.
What do you mean? And she kind of gets confused.
The Urdn Faisuk, you speak in a very broken language.
I apologize. Our version of the language is what I'm native to speaking. I'm not used to the new dialect.
He kind of Urdn Faisuk is the talking place.
See, I see. Who are we to meet there?
We are to meet my lord.
Cool.
All right, so Palladius begins walking, and yeah, what do y'all want to do?
I want to ask Daenerys, like, why is he the only one in, like, that we've seen on the island so far?
Palladius? If he's nearby.
He's like right in front of you. He's maybe 10 feet away, just still keeping his distance.
Hey, Palladius.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you're the only one in this city so far?
Okay, at that, he's gonna roll. Okay. He kind of just says, everybody else is gone.
They're gone. What happened to them?
Okay, he's gonna roll again.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Cole.
What does it mean?
It's okay.
Is it a PTSD roll?
Okay.
I hope not.
It's something similar, yeah. He says, they disappeared. They disappeared. And now the you said is Vase.
What does that word mean?
Vase. And he kind of turns around and points to your cloak and he says, Vase. And then he points to Bo, who is arguably the dirtiest of all of you, and he says, yeah, Vase.
Clean.
I feel like I'm being insulted here, and I don't understand why.
You stink. We need to bathe you. I'm
Well, I'm
joking.
sorry. We all kind of stink. We've been on a ship for who knows how long.
So, like, cleanly and non-cleanly?
If that is your word for it, yes.
Understandable. Understandable. Do you perhaps know why everyone disappeared?
Gonna roll again?
Oh,
I just want answers, man.
He just shakes his head and continues walking.
Daenerys turns to Rue and or Magnus and just shrugs.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna kind of like fall back and just do my thing. Keeping an eye on
Rue, are you
Rue.
doing okay?
Rue kind of looks up and just kind of like she does like a firm nod once before like looking away and like not making like direct eye contact.
Can you insight check a nod?
mean, technically, you can insight check anything, but I don't want us to be here for 1,000 years, so no.
Okay. I figured not, but you know. I guess I'll fall back further and walk with Rue, and just like, if you. Oh, how do I say this? Whatever this is, and I'm gonna gesture to like the ground or like the island or whatever, and whatever connection you have with it, just know that we're with you. Okay?
There's no connection between me or the island.
Okay, if you say
I
so,
don't know
Starshine.
anything. And we're just gonna kind of like pick up her pace and kind of walk away.
Okay.
You can keep my pace. Can I actually
Alright,
insight
so-
check there's no connection? Please.
I think she was just trying to say it for herself.
Okay.
We gotta move on. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, I normally would allow it, but that we kind of don't have time.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So as you guys are walking, I would like somebody to roll a d20 for me.
I will. 11.
11? Okay, let me pull that shit up.
We fight a dragon.
11? Oh, okay. Alright. So you guys are, you continue, as you make it, you begin to make it out of the city now, and you walk, and as you're walking, the city kind of turns into like green cliffs and hills all around you. Very, very steppish. Almost, not buttes, but very clearly defined cliff faces with grass and bushes, and you begin to see a lot of different colored plants. A lot of strange colored plants that should not be colored these colors. Purples, blues, reds, oranges, kind of sprout up along the pathway as you walk. And Tanaris, you hear Palladius, do not touch the plants.
She translates this to the rest of the party. Why can't we touch the plants?
They hurt.
I see, I see. She turns to the party. I think the plants are poisonous.
I'm gonna have to test out the alchemical appliances to that later.
Be careful if you do.
I got gloves on, it'll be fine.
I understand, Palladius.
So you guys continue walking. And yeah, as you begin to walk through the countryside, you begin to see quite a lot, actually. Every about mile or so, there's a shrine. But it's not like the temples and the shrines you saw inside those temples. This is shrines that are built to what look to be statues of twin gods. And if somebody would like to roll a history or religion check, I can tell you what those are if you get high enough.
I'll do a religion check.
I'll do a history.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh, natural 1. Fuck me.
An 8.
22?
Okay, so only Magnus, as you look upon the first shrine you come across, it's out in the middle of this green field. The kind of cliffs have started to fade behind you, and so have the large strangely colored plants. It's made of marble and very clearly defined. It's two figures back to back. One is holding what looks to be like a saucer, a large saucer, and another one is holding a crown. And you know that these are the twin gods, this and Typhus, the god of the sun and the moon. Typhus being recently kind of put down, and Othis being perceived as kind of the god of all that's good and light, whereas Typhus the god of all that is bad and dark.
Is Typhus the one holding the crown or the saucer?
Typhus is the one holding the crown. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the rest of the group that it's a older, right? It would be technically be an older statue of the two.
Sorry, I didn't hear all of that.
Is so. When was the like quote unquote eviling of Typhus around?
That was put into effect during the the schism of religion a couple hundred years ago.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm just gonna be like, this is a statue of Othis and Typhus. Wait, what are human gods doing in an Aarakocran island?
That's a very good question.
Do Aarakocrans worship these two?
I think Daenerys, don't your people normally worship more the elements?
Well, of course, it's different from the gods of the mainland.
Odd.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, it's starting to sound like Daenerys's home was a little bit of an offshoot of this.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you for sure. There's too many differences.
It does kind of weird me out seeing Tythus portrayed this way. Kind of creepy.
I think it's pretty.
Oh yeah, it is pretty, but doesn't mean it doesn't weird me out.
Whoever carved these had quite the artsmanship.
Lothric, you seen anything like this?
I don't. Sorry. Ow.
Did you get a
Not
fly
in
in your
my
throat?
time, I don't think so. Yeah, I did. Well, actually, DM would Lothric have seen anything like this?
You're from your time, so no. In fact, the shrines that you would have saw were mostly animalistic in nature. So, what they would do is they would butcher a cow and take its skull, purify it under like holy water, and then mount it on like a rack or a table or something inside of a house to kind of purify the house with Emir's strength.
Okay. I don't think so, Bo. Not where I'm from. It is neat, though, but I don't recognize any of it.
Cool.
Daenerys, what are these statues supposed to represent?
And I haven't got a clue. As far as I know, Magnus
The-
knows.
It was the twin gods, Othis and Typhus. Othis being quote
These-
unquote the god of all good.
These
and-
statues. Sorry.
No, you're good. And Typhus being, once again, quote unquote, the god of not evil and bad in the world, but that's what she's been portrayed as for the past few years. But I've quickly learned that most worship of gods has become a little finicky.
Magnus, you would also know that with your 22, before the schism, Othis and Tithys represented balance in the world.
I'm going to relay that to them as well.
Interesting.
Daenerys, do you know how much further we have to go?
Palladius, how much further do we have to go?
You see that Palladius is sitting on the ground and he's kind of like playing with like some pebbles, and he looks up. We have about a half a day's journey.
We have about half a day's journey.
We should get moving.
Jesus.
Yes, we should probably get moving soon.
Rue's gonna start
Palladius
walking.
stands up. And he slips some pebbles into his pocket, and as you walk past him, Palladius kind of stops for a second and then begins to follow you.
Lothric's gonna go ahead and follow and do the same.
Kind of scared what Theogen is gonna say when he meets us.
Well, we won't know until we get there now, will we?
I kind of meant the Bo was walking while he was saying that.
Okay.
I don't know. He just doesn't seem right.
Well, there's not a lot to know about Fusion anyways. But considering the fact that Palladius is still here, I'm assuming there's someone to talk to.
After that, I just continued walking and kind of being quiet.
Okay. So as you guys are walking, you begin to heading downhill, and you begin to re-enter that kind of cliff-filled area with various multicolored plants. And who would be in the front? That would be Rue. So Rue, make a perception check for me.
Perception, sir. Oh. Nice. Okay. 22?
22? Okay, give me just a second.
Oh wait, that 23. I forgot my perception went to a +5. Sorry.
Whoa, good perception.
I know, right?
I don't have... that'll work. Okay. Rue, as you kind of begin to go around the bend, another bend, you see what looks to be a long forgotten cart in the road. It's overgrown with moss, and there seems to be something in the back. If there was ever a horse tied to it, it is long gone by now. And then you see, as you continue to walk, a very familiar sight. You see the back, little ways away, maybe, I don't know, 20 feet away. You see the back of another crab thing, another carcinized.
No. We're just gonna kind of like stop the party and kind of point ahead. There's one of those the crab creatures that we saw in the water.
Bo's going to take out his
I was going to take out his what?
great sword. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Palladius continues walking because he can't understand you.
Palladius, It seems that there's a creature ahead.
So he passes you, Rue, and he lays eyes on the creature. He's gonna make a roll. Okay. You will watch as Palladius grabs his head, and you hear, "Ah, ah, ah," and I need all of you to roll initiation.
Ah, shit.
Oh, no, no, poor guy, oh no.
So Palladius grabs his head and he goes, ah, 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 and then all the crabs immediately hear that. So that'll bring us to Lothric as you begin to hear the chittering of the crabs that you've heard before.
All right. Move 6 feet that way.
Okay.
And 7 feet that way because I measured it. And like
Oh,
an
okay.
additional foot. I'm gonna swing on this dude right here.
All right, roll to hit him.
Okay. Tux. Got a
You
natural 20.
Oh, a natural 20? Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
6. No, plus 6. So 20.
I mean, you
Does
hit
that hit?
if it's a 20, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. All right. D6. Eight damage.
8 damage. All right, then I'll bring it to the. Yes. All right, so you take your sword and you, and just immediately start cutting into it as it. That'll bring us to Daenerys' turn.
Oh, I was gonna attack it again.
Oh right, I forgot that you have that ability now. Please do. My bad.
Oh, it's all good. 23.
23 hits. Yeah.
I rolled a 17. 14 damage.
14
5
damage.
and a
How did you
6
do
plus
more?
3.
Wait. Okay. How did you
Yeah,
do
2.
more damage than your nat 20?
I don't know.
Did you roll twice for your nat 20?
Oh.
You're supposed to roll twice and take both numbers. You double the amount of damage whenever you crit.
This is my first time getting a critical, so I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to roll again, or do you just
Yeah,
wanna
roll
keep that
again.
number?
Roll again.
16.
16, and then how much damage did you do this time? 15?
It was 14. It was a 6, 5, and then plus 3. That was the first roll.
Alright, so you fucking this motherfucker, and you're beginning to learn very quickly that when outside of the water, these creatures are not nearly as strong. That'll bring us to Daenerys' turn now, because you took your 2 attacks. There you go. Got it.
Sorry.
Okay.
So sorry.
You're fine. Daenerys is gonna flap her massive wings and get airborne, and she's gonna fly, like, right here. And she's gonna use her bow to shoot the one right here.
Alright, are you doing the magical effect?
Yes.
Alright. So roll to hit, and then if it hits, roll to hit again.
A natural 20.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Nice.
Where was that when I was
So that
rolling
hits.
my initiative?
And what do I hit for attack for this?
It should just be the normal damage of a short bow plus 1.
Okay. And then for damage, we'll do 8, 9.
9? Okay.
Mhm.
And then roll to hit again.
Oh, wrong dice. That's an 8.
8 misses.
Okay.
So you, and it hits the fucking, it like impales into the crab, and it tries to move, but it's stuck in its shell. Will that be your turn?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, that'll bring us to Palladius' turn. So you watch as Palladius, and then Rue, Magnus, and Bo, you watch as he kind of like straightens up, and he begins to straighten to his full actual posture. And you watch as Palladius begins to take off the cloth coverings around him. The way he moves now is almost alien to how you've experienced him before. He begins to remove the cloth covering, and as he removes the hood, you watch as the back of a crab-like head is revealed. And he begins to remove the cloth, and he tears it off. And he is another one of these creatures. And so Palladius is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
What?
He's going to
No.
move over, and he's going to rage.
Yo.
He's a barbarian.
Yo.
Oh my god.
And he's going to take 2 attacks. And then he's going to wild surge those attacks.
Oh dear God.
Okay, so we know not to fuck with Palladius.
Yeah, don't fuck with the guy.
He's angry.
So you all watch as Palladius runs over to this crab creature, grabs its arm, and just fucking rips it off.
Yeah!
Oh, wow.
He then takes the arm, the sharp pincer, and into the skull of the crab, and it falls over limp. That one's dead.
That's
Dear
so
God.
fucking impressive.
Damn.
That was cool
Alright.
as fuck.
That'll bring us to
Hotness.
No, I'm not
On the
hotness
crab
checking a
man.
crab.
on the
No.
crab.
On the
man.
crab?
That'll bring
Really?
us to Magnus's turn.
Okay. So it's a cliff downward, right? We're going downhill.
Yeah, these are all cliffs down, except for this one. That one's a cliff up.
Okay, can I... This is gonna be fucking weird, but it's gonna be fun anyways. Can I run to this cliff over here and land on the fucking crab and stab it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would love to do that, please.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So roll an athletics check for me.
Oh my fucking god. We're so screwed. I got a natural 20.
Nat 1. Oh!
Really great, because that means you take more damage.
Fuck me.
Oh.
That's fine.
So as you land on the back of the crab, you fully take all of the defensive spikes that are on the back of its head.
Oh no!
Dude.
And you take, oh my fucking god, 3 ones! You take 3 points of piercing damage. Oh man, I'm angry.
All
Are
those
they
are going
D6s?
into dice jail.
They are D8. No,
They're
not.
oh, they're
They have
Oh,
natural
what if-
defense.
Cole, what if you tried the dice on roll 20? Maybe that one might give you some better rolls.
No, fuck you. Alright, drive your blade
okay.
into the head of this thing so we can get past this combat. I can not be mad.
Okay, what is my fucking modifier for my rapier? 17
So I'll
plus
say that
5.
the athletics check counted for you dealing damage to it, so roll double damage.
Oh, cool. Watch me get 2
Oh,
ones.
that's so nice.
Where's my other D8? We'll use this one. Plus 2 is... I don't know numbers. 14 plus 4?
It's dead.
Okay.
18.
You fucking land on it and drive your fucking rapier straight through the center of its brain, and it just fucking crumples underneath you.
Neat.
I didn't think that would work. I feel pretty cool. I didn't think that would work.
Alright, is that your turn, Magnus?
Yeah, that's my turn.
That'll bring us to Bo's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of similar. 1 sec, I need to measure.
Nice. Hang on, I gotta add something. Gotta add some.
I'm going to move over here, and then this is kind of weird. I'm going to, I guess, try and flunge the fucking crab while I'm midair.
The fuck does
Fucking the
flunge
flunge.
mean?
It's when you lunge and you jump.
Just say that's just what a lunge is, dude.
No, it's called a flunge. It's an actual thing.
I don't believe you, frankly.
You don't have to believe
All right,
me.
jump and try to stab it, or whatever the fuck you're doing. Roll an
Athletics
athletics
checks.
check for me.
Okay. 12.
12. You fucking tumble past it and don't hit it at all.
Fuck.
You do land on your feet though. You do like a sick roll and produce your greatsword.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna try and slash him from the back if I can.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
16.
16 hits him.
And that's 8 damage.
8 damage. All right, so you managed to cut away a part of its thick, tough exoskeleton.
And at this point, I'm just gonna Crimson Rate.
Okay, all right. Will that be your turn?
Yep.
Okay, that'll bring us to the Crave's turn. So this one's going to go and then jump down,
Sick ass noise.
and then this one is going to it's gonna fucking So you watch as from like it's you can see it's still kind of humanoid, and around its waist it has like this, it looks like almost kind of like a tattered skirt, and as it takes it off you realize that it's a net, and it's going to throw a net on you. So oh god, really? Oh fuck, they suck in fucking outside the water. Why did I write them like this? The net just fucking misses. Alright, yeah, the net, you fucking just sidestep it as it over you. That's its turn, so that'll be this one. It's gonna move down, and it's gonna attack Palladius. It also misses. Yikes. Alright, that's their turn. That'll bring us to Rue's turn.
Oh my god! Finally. All right, where am I going? Yeah, we'll go. We'll help him out. Bonk, and we're going to use my mace.
Okay.
Damn, it's a +5 for my hit DC now? Fuck yeah, it is. Oh, Jesus. 19, 20, 21, 22, 24.
It's got an AC of 13, guys.
I
Like,
figured. I know. If I could
Okay.
control the dice rolls, I'd, like, not be overkill, but... Okay, so it's a fucking... What's a D6? Okay.
Cole's gonna make the next thing really hard. And we're gonna die.
5?
5 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
That'll bring us back to Lothric's turn. So, Lothric,
Okay.
you stand over Magnus, who has just fucking basically crushed a crab underfoot.
Nice job, Magnus. I'm gonna move to that one, and I'm gonna try to hit it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, that one, that natural one.
Okay, so
Um,
you just bounce straight off its shell.
And then I'm gonna try to hit it again.
Okay, roll to hit.
I got an 11.
An 11 does not hit it. So you try again and you hit in the same spot and you chip it a little bit, but it doesn't do any damage.
Well, that'll be my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Daenerys' turn.
Okay. Tanny's going to fly over right here. And then she'll use her bow again, but not to with the magical properties.
Okay. So which one are you hitting?
The one. Would it be still at? Would I still be able to this one? with the bow? Since I'm
Yeah,
midair?
you're like 5 foot. Oh, are you flying still?
Yeah, I'm still in the air.
You'll be rolling at disadvantage,
Oh, okay.
and if you miss, you'll probably hit Lothric or Bo.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, now I feel like she's going.
Wah.
Um, she'll like kind of swoop down at this crab and use her talons to attack because she's never done that before.
Okay, roll to hit.
Fuck yeah.
I forget Daenerys has feet.
So.
That's 18.
18 hits him.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's awesome.
She does 3 damage.
3 damage. Not terrible, not terrible.
Get him with the grabby claws.
So it claws into its crab chitin, and then you attract them as you beat your wings over it. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's then my turn.
Okay, that'll be Palladius' turn, who's then going to look at Yuru and go, Who are you? And then take an attack on you.
On me?
On you.
Oh, what the fuck?
That is a natural 20.
Oh. Hey guys. Uh-oh.
You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as a fist just poof!
Okay. Good. God.
And then it's gonna do it again.
Oh, of course he is.
This time he misses though.
Okay. We're just gonna kind of like obviously stumble back and be like, what was that for?
You see that the person in front of you is not Palladius anymore. This is, in speech, mannerism, the way they hold themselves, even the fucking clothing, the way they wear their clothing is completely different.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright, that'll bring us to Magnus's turn.
I don't like this. Can I shout to Daenerys to tell her to tell him that we're not his enemy and like put myself between him and Rue and then also try to attack this crab at the same time?
No, that's way too many actions.
Okay, well, I guess I'll get fucked then. Can I at least?
You could choose to tell them or to fight the crab.
I'm going to tell Daenerys to tell him that we're not his enemy. To stop
Okay.
attacking.
And then we can say that Daenerys telling Palladius that will be your action.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nah.
Alright, that'll bring us to Bo's turn.
Do I see him doing that?
Yeah, you fucking... Well, no, you're facing the crab.
Do I hear him hitting her?
You hear... Poof! And then Rue exclaiming something I don't remember.
Okay, I'm turning around then and hybrid transformation. Hybrid transformation.
Okay.
And so you see Bo turn around, kind of grip his cheek, and essentially he rips his face off, and now it's just fiery.
Gross, really?
Yeah, and so he's going to.
Don't hurt him. Oh no.
I'm not going to hurt him. I'm just gonna grapple him
Okay, roll a strength check.
with advantage.
With disadvantage. Your boots
Ah,
are
well, fuck me.
Sorry.
That's not good.
Oh no? There we go.
You
Jesus.
land over here as as you land in the dirt, basically.
Do I take any bludgeoning damage?
No. you just get fucked.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Atlas, where go?
We're back.
Palladius, we're not your enemy!
Whew. And then that'll bring us to the crab's turn. The crab's gonna fucking try to avenge its buddy. Oh no, my dice! No, where'd it go?
Cole said, jail. Wait, no, come back.
He fucking misses. Crabs suck. The worst enemy. Alright, that's the crab's turn! That'll bring us to Ryu's turn.
Okay. Okay. Rue's gonna take another attack at the crab, kind of like being like staying away.
Oh, you're using your mace? That's
yeah.
right. They're supposed to take double damage to bludgeoning, I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah, they have weakness to bludgeoning.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Anyway, I'll do it again.
Alright, roll to hit him.
Okay, wow! That's like my second natural 20 I've ever gotten.
Holy fuck.
I know.
Roll your damage and double it, girl.
Oh, wow, alright, that is a... That was a 1, so can I get a 2?
So you'll roll 2 dice for it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 1, and that's a 6, so 7.
7 damage, alright. Oh, I'm so stupid. What is that minus that? I figured it out. I'm smart.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, will that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Lothric's turn.
I'm gonna look over at Daenerys. Daenerys, is he evil?
I don't believe so.
Okay then, well, I'm not sure if we should kill him or not. What do you think? Quickly.
I don't know. I'll try not to kill him. If we can keep him alive, that would be ideal.
Alright. Lothric's gonna go in front of him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna roll to hit him.
Okay, roll to hit him. With the sword? Are you trying to
Yeah,
knock
I'm
him
gonna-
out
I'm
or
gonna-
like kill him?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the flat part of the blade to the side
Okay,
of his
so roll to hit him and then you're gonna do minimum damage.
head. Okay. I got a 14 on that.
14. 14 does not hit him, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
I'll
you
try
try to
swing
bring
again.
the flat blade and he just dodges it easily.
Okay. I'll try to swing again then.
Alright, roll to hit.
16.
16 barely hits him. So you do you'll do 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. So the blade will that be your turn?
Yes, that will be my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Palladius' turn, and as you hit him, he's going to unarmed strike you twice.
Oh god, this is not... No. No, 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 no,
So,
no, no.
a bit stunned from the blade hitting him in the face, you watch as Palladius kind of like stumbles back a bit, and he misses both attempts to hit you, basically. That'll bring us to Magnus's turn.
Oh, fucking, is the crab that's over there still up?
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck.
did you miss my turn? Or was that my turn? I don't know.
Oh wait, did Lothric just go? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did skip
You're
you.
fine.
It,
Oh,
for
no.
fucking for
Yeah.
sake. It's always T. It's always T.
It's okay.
I don't know what it is, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a weird question. What kind of plants are on the ground around Palladius?
There's a couple of bushes, but the ones that are on the ground you don't recognize.
Are they like vine in nature?
No, these are all like leafy. These are the ones he told you not to touch.
How tall are they? Like, how
They're
maneuverable are these plants?
they're not very maneuverable, unfortunately.
Damn it. Are there any plants nearby that could move?
What spell are you trying to use so I can
I'm trying
understand what
to
you're trying to
use
do?
Speak with Plants, and it can be used as a command.
Speak with plants. Speak with plants. Speak with plants. You view plants may be able to farm. They literally can't uproot themselves and move about, so
Right. That's why I was wondering if there was like vines they could like.
no, there's nothing long enough like that.
Okay, okay. I don't want to hurt him. I will just. There's still a crab right there under me, right?
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and attack him with my flame blade.
All right. Roll to hit.
That's. Uh. 21.
21 hits.
And for damage, that's 6 fire damage.
Yeah, he fucking dies. You and the crab just like you have a cooked crab now.
I love
Tasty.
crab rangoon.
He's dead.
That'll be my turn. Actually, I'll tell Palladius and Eric Cochran, we're not here to cause you any harm.
You see Palladius' head turned towards you. Half of his still human face kind of like wide-eyed with terror and rage. Okay, that'll bring us to Magnus's turn. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna go over here behind Palladius and try to finish this crab off.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, it's gonna be, that's not a fucking d20. We'll use the bard dice. The bard dice told me to go fuck myself, but we'll see. 14?
14 hits him.
Cool beans. Fucking 8.
8 points of damage? Okay.
Yes.
Go down to that. My god, it's the sign of the devil. Alright.
And then I'm gonna do a multi-attack with my dagger.
Okay, roll to hit.
Ooh. Fucking 13.
13 just hits him.
Cool beans. And then I always fucking forget, it's just a d4, not a +2, right?
It's just a d4, yeah.
2.
2 points of damage.
2 points damage.
This crab looks like it's about to fucking keel over.
That's my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Bo's turn.
Well, shit. I guess I'm gonna try the same thing as Lothric.
You're gonna hit Palladius?
Quit hitting him.
Don't hit him!
What the fuck
Just
else am I
trying to
gonna
knock
do?
him out.
We're trying to make him not our enemy because he will fuck us.
Alright, fine. I'll Blood Curse of Binding him. As a
That's a
bonus
really
action.
good idea. Okay. Alright, so Palladius tries to move, but he can't. He immediately fails the saving throw.
Whoa.
Oh.
I mean, I rolled for it. Like, don't think that he just does that.
Oh, okay.
Fucking.
And I look over to Daenerys and I just say, could you please help us out here? And that'll be my... Actually... Can I amplify it?
If you want to. It's not gonna do anything.
If it's not gonna do anything, then no. Okay, never mind.
All right. Will that be your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
That brings us to Cramp's turn. He's gonna hit Palladius. He misses. That's his turn. That'll bring us to Rue.
Rue is going to. I guess she'll hit with her mace one more time. Actually, no, she's gonna punch the dude. She's gonna punch the crab.
You're just gonna punch the crab?
Gonna punch the crab.
All right, punch the crab. Roll to hit him.
Rolling to hit is a 19.
19? Okay, so you take 4 points of piercing damage as a spike into your hand as you punch the crab.
Awful.
Roll damage.
Cool. Actually, my thing on my sheet doesn't say I roll. It
Oh,
just has
what?
a 3 with. It just has a 3 bludgeoning damage. That's all.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, you fucking punched him to death.
Yeah!
It had
Yeah!
exactly 3 health. You're just like, BAM! And it just fucking...
That's pretty
Bumps
fucking
over.
sick.
Awesome. Oh my
Alright,
God, that's
so,
all I wanted.
unfortunately, you are still in combat, so that'll bring us to Lothric's turn.
Okay.
What's this
Shit.
binding? What do we do?
Back away from him, I guess.
Right?
I'm gonna try to knock him out again.
Okay, roll to hit him.
Dirty 20. Well,
Dirty
yeah,
20 hits him.
14 plus 6. Does 3 damage, I think, right? For minimum.
Yeah, okay. It's gonna bring him down to 76.
Oh,
What?
fuck! Okay, maybe knocking him out is not a good idea.
It's gonna
Listen,
Okay, I'm just
stop
gonna full on
fucking
hit him this
hitting
time.
him. No!
Alright,
Stop!
is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that'll bring us to Daenerys' turn.
Daenerys is gonna fly down to Palladius, and she's gonna talk to him in Aarakocran. Palladius, what's gone into you? Why are you attacking my friends?
Why do you know his name? Why are your friends attacking me? And he's going to strike you. Not you,
Wait,
Daenerys.
no,
He's
he
gonna
can't.
strike Lothric. Yeah, he can. Lothric's within an area of him. He just can't move.
Yeah, shit.
Jesus Christ. So the blood curse still takes effect, and he can't hit you, but he does wild surge. So
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck. We screwed.
We're just gonna like. Shoot.
you all watch as Palladius begins to like just dark black tendrils erupt from him, and you're all gonna take a D12 of
Dear
necrotic damage. I need all of you to make a
God.
Constitution saving throw.
Fuck. Fuck me. Fucking Constitution? Serious?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is that?
Okay.
I got a
Awesome!
9.
16.
19.
6.
So anybody who got below 13 takes 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And Palladius gains 6, 12, 18, 24, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30 points of life.
Hey
He
yo.
can do that?
Hey yo. Stop fucking hitting
Part
the
of the wild
dude.
surge. Alright, that'll be Palladius' turn. That'll bring us to Magnus' turn.
I'm going to tell everyone to stop fucking hitting the dude, and then I'm gonna back up and take the disengage action.
Okay.
Just like, quit fucking hitting him!
That'll bring us to Bo's turn.
Is the blood curse a concentration thing?
I don't know.
It just says as a bonus action that I can attempt
Yeah,
to bind a creature.
I don't think so.
Okay, guess disengage it is for me. Why is it doing that? Okay, yeah, I just disengaged and I'm still holding him in the curse.
Okay. Alright, that'll bring us to grabs are dead. That'll bring us to Rue's turn.
Great. I'm going to disengage and also back up. And say, Daenerys, tell him that we're with him. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, that'll bring us to Lothric's turn.
Also gonna disengage and back away.
Alright, and that'll bring us to Daenerys' turn. And because you all disengage, and because he's currently blood cursed, we could say you exit combat, because there's no way he's going to be able to do anything after that.
Yay!
Okay.
VA blood curse!
At least
Yeah,
for the next
for once
minute,
it works.
anyway.
So Daenerys is gonna move between Palladius and Lothric, and she's gonna gently put her hands on Palladius's face and be like, "It's okay, Palladius. We're not here to hurt you. My
every
friends were scared."
time you say Palladius Daenerys, you watch as the rage in his eyes gets deeper and stronger. And you put your hands to his face. Palladius, why do you know him? Who are you?
But that was you. I'm here to meet Eosin.
Palladius is not me.
Who are you? Tell me your name.
Hang on, I gotta pull it up really quick. My name is Agapios.
Agathios, everything's okay. My friends are not going to hurt you. They were afraid, and I'm sorry.
Then release me from my binds.
She turns to Bo and she's like, "Can you release him, please?
Is he not gonna hit us?
Promise not to hurt my friends."
I can promise no such thing when you've inflicted pain upon me.
Is there anything I can do?
She kind of like tugs her head away from your hands. Step back.
Yes, of course. And she takes a step back.
Daenerys, is that not Palladius?
It's not. This is someone different. Not the man that we met on the island earlier. Can you remind me of his name so I can say it to the party?
This is Agapios.
This is Agathios.
Agapios. I'll put it in the chat.
Agapios. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Does he still know the way to Fijians?
He seems afraid of his old name. I don't really know what's happening.
Well, does he still want to kill us?
Says he can't promise to not hurt us after we hurt him.
Daenerys, could you ask him if I gave him a peace offering? Would he calm down?
If
I
somebody punched
suppose.
you in the face, do you think if giving a flower would help them?
Hey, I didn't punch him. That was Lothric.
I'm just saying.
Daenerys, you've backed away from Palladius, or Agapios as you now know him. And you've been discussing what to do with him.
Do we want to let them go from the whole bind thing, or...
He said he can't, or they said that they can't promise that. I'm not letting them go until they say they're not hurting us.
I don't think that's gonna happen, honestly.
I'm not sure how productive that would be.
Well, we can't get to Fijian without them.
I mean, we can. It's just over the hill, that tiny dot, I'm assuming.
What's he gonna ask whenever we show up without them?
we tell them what happened. Or we take the chance, let them go, and if anything actually ends up happening, we book it? I don't know.
I say let him go.
We just back up and try to be
Bo hesitates and then eventually lets go.
Okay. You watch as Agapios, the blood holding her up, releases and she kind of... And then you watch as the rage in her eyes begins to dim a bit as she looks at all of you. And she's going to... Why is my mouse so slow? She's immediately gonna just fucking dash over this cliff and back up into a corner.
Just hold up my hands.
Oh.
And then in a very broken common, she says, "Why, you know, Palladius."
He was helping us.
We found Palladius in a temple. He said he would take us to Theogen.
She looks to Daenerys for transcription.
Daenerys transcribes.
"Then you are not here to hurt him," she says to you, Daenerys.
What was that?
"Then you are not here to hurt him."
No, we would never be here to hurt him. We've come with open arms and with kind hearts.
You see that the tenseness in her shoulders kind of relaxes a bit as she takes the cloth that she took off and kind of wraps it around and ties it like almost like the fucking Greek thing. I can't remember the name of it.
Toga.
Toga.
Toga, thank you. She ties it as a toga. "Or if you are not here to hurt him, and you are here to seek Theogen, I may be able to take you to him."
You know where he is.
She just nods.
Your assistance would be greatly appreciated.
"I will try my best. But, she kind of, like, looks at Lothric, and you watch as the rage in her eyes, like, flares up for another second. "He stays in the back."
Understood. Lotharic, we're gonna need you to stay in the back of the party for now.
Okay.
And
Oh, go ahead.
are you feeling alright? You took a hit to the head and I wanna make sure you're okay.
"All wounds heal. I will be fine."
Right.
So, we're gonna change the music as you all exit that fucking shit, and we're gonna go back and change maps.
Okay, Bo.
Nah, that's my dad.
Oh.
That's what Bo's dad sounds like.
Bacon.
Jesus.
Dwarf, metal,
Hey, there be doobie gold in them mountains, Bo.
This is like the sock puppet version.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop! No, it's so bad.
Bo, I'll give you my hat.
Oh, sadness, death. Oh yeah, I'm dead, by the way.
I'm a ghost now.
Okay, RP back on.
Max fix. Oh, I might have to leave that in.
Ah, shit.
So, you all, Agapios begins leading you. You like just watching her mannerisms. You can tell that this is a completely different person, at least in their head. As they lead you, you recognize that they're not actually like 6 foot. They're more like 5'10". It's just that their presence is huge, and you all begin following her towards the Urnfaisuk.
Before we leave, can I go see what was in the cart?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
There's a
That's
there's a it's very worn out 3 items. There's a book that looks to have been completely ruined, left out in the rain and the sunshine for years and years. There's a teddy bear that looks to be in about the same condition, and a travel pack that has a bunch of food in it that is long since rotted.
Okay. I'm not gonna take any of that, but like, the only thing that's in the travel pack is just food.
Basically, I mean, there's like a bedroll and some other stuff.
Okay.
The book is like completely ruined. That's a bummer.
Well, it's been in the weather for a large amount of time.
Aw.
10 years.
Yeah, I'll just leave it in the cart, I guess.
Okay.
Well, catch up with the rest of the party. Walk alongside Lothric in the back. Told you not to hit her.
What else was I supposed to do?
Fair, fair.
Um,
You guys gonna do anything else?
nah.
No.
Okay. So, as you follow Agapios, day begins to fade over the horizon. It's about 6 p.m. now, and the sun is about to go down. I would like everybody to roll a perception check for me.
Phew, there you go.
Thank you.
What is a chew in D&D dice terms?
Obviously a natural 20.
Okay.
Obviously not a natural 20.
11.
I got. What did I get?
17.
13.
Okay.
15.
23.
So, as the sun begins to lower on the horizon, Agapios kind of like shudders, and then she says to Daenerys, "We should stop and make camp for the night, and make sure that we are not in open position."
Kind of hidden.
She nods.
Understood. And Terrace looks around to see if there's a good place to set up camp.
Okay, so with all your perception rolls, Daenerys, you're the only one who sees a great place to set up camp. There is an old, ruined-looking building, just off the side of the beaten path, and it looks like it was once a house of some kind, out in the sticks. There probably was some farmland here at one point, but it's all been reclaimed by nature.
As I think that this would be a good place to set up camp for the night.
Here's a good spot.
And she points them towards the ruined house.
Does the
As-
house look like it's like decently stood?
Yeah, it's not crumbling. It's not ruins. There's a hole in the roof, and it looks like if it rains, you guys will probably get pretty soaked. But other than that, there are 4 walls and a door.
Luxury.
Top tier.
I guess I'll just start setting like stuff up.
Okay, so you all go into the house. You see another sight that you've seen before. A dinner table that's been set for 3 people with no food touched. Nobody there. Things are scattered about, and you all begin to set up camp. And as you do, you all watch as Agapios begins to tear floorboards out and put them up to the windows and, like, just fucking nailing them in with her own hand. She's just like, bam, bam, bam.
How big is the house?
It's like a 2-room. There's a bedroom and a kitchen and a dining room, in quotes.
Okay.
Can I explore
I
the,
would-
the bedroom?
There's literally nothing in here. There is a bed, and that is it.
You okay?
I would like to try to at least prepare some food.
Okay.
Um,
Roll a nature check, or survival check.
it was going to be 2 meals. It was going to be from the meal that Daenerys transcribed for me that was going to be hers, and then I was going to make something spicy for the rest of us.
Okay.
So would that be 2 checks instead of 1?
No, it'll be just one.
And you said what kind of check in nature?
Survival check.
Okay.
As you're doing that, Agapios turns to you, Daenerys. Tell them not to look outside when she looks through the hole, and you can see that the sunlight's beginning to fade. And she says, "Tell them not to look outside."
Right. And she turns to the rest of the party. I know that we're going to be keeping post and taking turns staying up, but I really would suggest not looking outside. Agapius said so.
Can we ask why?
And she turns. Is there a reason?
The Dusk Traders. Bam! 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 As she fucking just nails another board to the wall.
Does
Dusk Riders.
Dusk
I suppose.
Treaders.
Dusk Treaders, I suppose.
does she want help nailing boards to windows?
Can we help you, Agapius?
She just shrugs.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind it.
I guess we're just gonna. I'm gonna help Agapios do the same, just pulling up boards and nailing them to windows if I can find like a rock or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy to find. There's like a couple of pretty heavy metal things in here. Do you at any time look outside the window?
Fuck no.
Okay, great. Good. All right. So you board up the windows, and Lothar, what'd you get on your survival?
13 plus 4 is 17.
You make pretty decent food. And as you're all eating, Agapios keeps looking over at Daenerys' plate. Just every now and then, as she continues to eat the food that you prepared for her.
Daenerys turns to Agapios. Would you like some?
If you wouldn't mind.
Of course. And she kind of offers to play.
She takes a little bit and eats it, and then just you see a big smile. I have not eaten this in a very long time.
I haven't either. It's food from my homeland. We used to make this when I was a kid.
Are you from Icalia?
No. I'm from a place called Arathia. Far from here.
What is Arathia like?
See, there's lots of floating isles, and we fly around, and there's lots of royal houses, and we all conspire together to make it work.
Okay, she's gonna roll. Okay. You watch as you say that, her smile kind of like dims, and you watch as she just starts zoning out for a second. And then you watch as her body position changes, and she looks much less crab-like and much more human-like. The features don't go away, but the way they hold themselves is different. They're now more bulky, more masculine in nature. As they like kind of come out of their zone out, they look around, and in perfect common, you hear, "Oh, hello, who do I have the pleasure of making an acquaintance with?"
Oh.
I am Daenerys Dorathian, and she kind of does a little bow, and this is my group.
Howdy.
Fantastic. Another Ayakokra. Tell me, has Ikalia been repaired?
Has what been repaired?
Ikalia, the great. And he kind of like looks at the windows and the state of the building. Oh,
I'm not really aware of this place you speak of.
Also, don't look outside.
I would have figured if it is dusk.
Is this another new person?
New person? What do you mean?
Well, first we met.
Palladius.
There it is, Palladius, and then we've met Agapios.
I am afraid I do not know of these people that you speak.
Well, in any nature, you are.
Oh, my name is Arestos. It's lovely to meet you, and it's funny you should think of nature when you ponder on the effects of the nature. Isn't it wild? Isn't it amazing? It excites the mind.
Well, of course. It's quite beautiful by itself.
Put his name in chat too.
Thank you.
Beautiful is not just another word to describe it. It is everything around us. It is what we are, who we are. I mean, look at this. And he picks up like an eating utensil that you guys have been using, that Agapios was previously using. It is fascinating, is it not, to think that thousands of years ago we did not have something like this, and yet we have made it with our bare hands.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what the hell to say to this.
That is okay. You only need to think with your mind. You do not need to know what to say, but to recognize the importance in everything around you.
I think he's saying appreciate the little things.
A very well put statement from...
Magnus.
Oh my. Magnus, I must say, your sense of fashion is astonishing.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Say, we were actually on our way to try to find Theogen. Do you know?
Theogen! Yes! Theogen! Oh, I have not talked to him in many ages. I can't seem to remember how I got here.
Well, in the
He kinda,
morning.
like, looks at all of you.
In the morning, would you like to help us find him, if you knew where he is?
Yes, of course. He is at the Ervaisuk. I suppose I went on another drinking bender, and I've met all of you, wonderful friends. I'm sorry, I don't quite know your names. You must accept my apologies. I know we must be friends of some sort. I must have met you and talked to you, and we must have extolled about the wonders of nature and everything in between. But please excuse me. You're Magnus, I know that now, and Daenerys.
Name's Bo.
Bo, fantastic. That's a strong name.
Lothric.
Lothric, very strong indeed.
Ahat Ruesh.
Alhart Ruesh. That is one that I will not be forgetting anytime soon.
Kind of like nods. We should probably head to sleep. We don't want to waste any time.
Now, tell me, I do believe that I've talked to Theogen in the past. Elves do not they do not need sleep. Is that right?
No, we don't.
Okay, so Really? What is it that you do then? Do you go into some sort of meditation? Do you go into a trance? What do you do? Do you dream? What are your dreams? As he starts asking you question after question after question, you all watch as a magical aura begins to gather around him. And Rue, I'm gonna need you to give me just a second.
Okay. What the fuck?
So as he starts asking you questions, you feel this pressure to answer him, to just keep talking and talking and talking. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh! Okay. Wow. Oh shit, that's a 6.
Okay, so you take 5 points of psychic damage as you all watch magical energy as he just keeps asking these questions and expounding on them, trying to get to an answer through his own way.
Oh. I'm
Uh,
like very overwhelmed.
Hey, I'm so sorry. You said your name was Orestes?
Orestes.
Orestes, yes, that is correct.
I don't mean to be rude, but would you be willing to just take a deep breath for me?
As you say that, you watch as it's almost like this purplish aura around him dies off immediately. Oh yes, of course. And he what was that for?
It just seemed a little anxious, is all.
Anxious? No, I'm quite excited. You must understand that knowledge. And he starts going on. I need you to make an intelligence saving check for me.
Ah, shit. Ah, that's a 2.
2? Okay. You take
Nice
a point
kill.
of psychic damage as
God.
you immediately begin tuning him out.
I like this one.
And then he's and that is why knowledge is so important to the way we live our lives.
So Daenerys has a few books in her bag, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's gonna pull out like one of the most complicated ones she has, and she's gonna hand it to him.
So you put the book in front of him, and he immediately frowns. What is this? Are you trying to insult me?
No, not at all. I thought that maybe I might
Writing
interest
is
you.
the cruelest form of knowledge, and he smacks it. Do you not understand that the basis, the greatness of knowledge is when you think about it in your mind? And he starts going on. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
That's a 16.
Okay, so you don't take any damage as you fully understand and keep up with his orating as he goes into a speech.
Daenerys is just nodding haphazardly.
That is why writing is just pure evil. Its creation was a damned society.
That's a perspective I haven't heard before. I'll keep it in mind.
And with that, I say goodnight to you. And he gets up out of the chair, goes into a corner, and just lays down.
Good night, Orestes.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Night. Right.
Who wants to take first watch?
I guess I will.
I'll take the next one. Who else?
Take third.
Alright,
And
well,
I'll take 4th.
sounds like a plan.
All right. So I'm not gonna make you guys do any watches because nothing's gonna happen tonight. So you can all take a long rest,
Yay. Whew.
and
HP got a little low there.
Rue, because you're always the first one to wake up because you only need 4 hours of meditation. As you kind of come out of your trance, you see in the corner, double kind of a hunched over Palladius with cloth covering everything.
We're just gonna kind of get up and kind of like slowly walk over, and she's gonna like clear her throat so she doesn't like startle him completely. Oh, apologies.
And then he's gonna. Give me just a second, I gotta pull up the fucking language really quick. He says.
We're just gonna stare blankly, completely not understanding.
He kind of just looks at you with his one eye and just shrinks back into the corner.
We're just kind of like back up because obviously they can't communicate, so she's kind of gonna just like sit back down and kind of wait for everybody else to wake up, like back against the wall.
Okay. As you sit back against the wall, you feel and hear in your head, you hear go, and you feel somebody push you off the wall, and you stumble forward a bit.
Oh. Can I tell like where I was supposed to go? Like out?
No,
Okay.
you only hear go and get pushed a bit.
I was gonna kind of stumble forward and kind of like look between where she was like sitting and then like herself like completely bewildered before she kind of like tries to sit back down again.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. Okay. Weird.
All right, everybody else wakes up.
As I look up, I look kind of groggy, and Bo kind of just looks around for Palladius. Is that who it is now?
Palladius.
Palladius.
Well, are you looking for Palladius, or are you looking for Orestes? Or are you looking for?
I'm looking for the body, not the person. If that makes sense.
Okay, you see Palladius in a corner.
I just tip my hat at him and shake everyone else up. Well, I mean, I guess it's time to get going.
Daenerys makes her way over to Palladius. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, although the blue one gave me quite a fight.
I apologize for that. She was just trying to be friendly.
It is okay. How did we get here?
We encountered some creatures, and you kind of spoke differently and told me a different name, and followed us, and we ended up here.
He just looks really confused.
It's okay, friend. None of us were here to hurt you at all, don't worry.
Palladius kind of like looks at all of you and he says to you, Daenerys, I suppose we will go, and he kind of like hobbles over to the door and opens it a bit, and he says, oh, we are much closer than I thought. Only about an hour away now.
They say that we're only an hour away.
Good news then.
Shouldn't be too much longer.
Bo starts kind of like helping to clean up everything and rolls up his bedroll and gets ready, I guess.
Okay. My chair is really loud.
I'm sure it's very loud.
Okay, so I'm assuming you all begin to leave?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So Palladius begins to guide you, and for the first time in the full morning day sun, you see in front of you on the hill a massive building. We're talking 6, 7 stories of pure white marble. It has 3 wings, or I guess not wings, but legs, that kind of like all meet at this trifecta point. And at that middle trifecta point, there is a dome with just gold plating on top of it. And it is in the same classical design with pillars outside each wall. And he just starts walking towards it.
Rue's gonna follow, kind of like hastily, like excited almost to get up there.
Bo was just kind of looking back at everyone and then goes in with Rue.
And follow cautiously.
Okay. So you all walk
Yes,
for...
I think it's best if you go forward. And Lothric's just gonna stay in the back.
Daenerys.
Yeah, Tenny's kind of following right behind Palladius.
Okay. You all walk for a good amount of time before you come up to the crest of the hill, and here, as you look over the rest of... You stand upon the highest hill in all of Iclia, in all of Specker Island, and you can see the rest of the remnants. There's a couple cities, and one you see a bit further away. You see what looks to be a massive orb, almost like the storm you saw in the War Wastes, contained within, and there's just at the top of the dome, and it's down below there is what looks to be a city. And you all stand before this huge manor, or not manor, but building. The pillars are easily 6 to 8 times your size, and you see that 2 of them are actually carved out to be gods. They're carved out to be Othis and Tithys. Each one holding up a different corner of the building.
Real quick, Cole.
That's the gods again.
I forgot to do this earlier in the morning. Can I send a message to Daniel just to check in on him?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, you send a message and he's like, yep, all good here. Didn't find any supplies, but I should be good for like 2 weeks. That's what the message is.
And it's not like dodgy or shoddy at all, like the message from his daughter was?
No. Not here.
Interesting. Okay.
So, in front of you, you see 2 massive pillars, each leading up 13 or 14 stories. Huge building. It looks to be that there's no other, like, windows or anything. There's no windows affixed. It's just a really big building. And there are 2 massive doors, the size of, like, I don't know, 3 stories each.
Wow.
And Palladius begins to hobble up the 3 steps that lead to the marble plateau, cast about in shade from the massive overhang of the Airfisuk.
Oh, okay.
So, what are you all doing?
Do we
Alert.
do we knock?
Rue kind of stands there, like, unsure. I don't know. It'd be rude not to, right?
Palladius keeps hobbling towards the door.
Palladius, how's the proper way to enter?
you hear, like echoing, you hear, "You just do this." And he hobbles up to the door, and he holds out both hands, and you watch as, like, a shock, like a wave of force emits from his hands, and the doors. And on the inside, let me pull up the description. And he hobbles in. And inside, I'm assuming you all follow him in.
Yeah.
Inside is a massively complex system of rooms and debate areas. But you are in the main chamber. The main chamber is long, and you can tell that it goes into one of the 3 tri-points. The other 2 must be wings of, like, debate areas. And along the main chamber is the massive room, 14 stories high. Pillars lining either side hold up the roof. It is dark, but it is not too dark. It is lit very well by candles and torches. You can tell that what was probably here would have been some form of magical lighting to illuminate the whole area. And going down about 200 feet away is a divide. You see a series of about 18 steps that lead up to what would be the rest of the chamber, but instead you see a bright red carpet lined to the front door as you stand in front. And at the crown of the staircase lies a throne. A throne made of, well, you can't really tell, because behind it is it is backlit and illuminated by 1,000 candles, all placed upon different things. And as you look even further behind those, you see desks and papers and books stacked up by stories and stories and stories. Papers and scrawls and ink, quills and pens litter the floor and the tables, thousands of them. And as you enter, you all hear, "Palladius, welcome back," as it echoes across the chamber. And I'm gonna stop the music. And as you all enter, your footsteps, the sound of clanking armor, metal on metal, swords and gear bouncing across the walls, reverberating into your own ears, the warm candlelight and the thick, stale air. "I see you've brought friends. Tell me, are you Agapios, and have you come back to try and end my life?" You hear Palladius say, in Broken Common, or in Aokokran, actually, he'll say, "No, no, master, that is not why I came. I found these people, and they seem very strong and could help you." "I see. I believe I've stopped caring for you calling me master." "Right, yes, of course." And he says that all in Aokokran. And as he hobbles along, you guys still following him, you all get to the foot of the staircase. And in front of you, oh, give me just a second. Did I not write it out? Sorry. Okay. So, in front of you at the throne, you watch 2. You hear hit the floor as a figure begins to rise out of it. And backlit by 1,000 candles, And for a moment, you see the black image grow taller and taller to easily 7 foot tall. And then you watch as that height begins to be converted into width as two massive wings emerge from the back and block out the rest of the light. And as your eyes adjust, you all see an Aokokra in front of you. But, Daenerys, this is not an Aokokra of any species you've ever seen before. In front of you stands what looks to be an owl species. You've never heard of anything like this. And to your best guess, only high families have distinct species and lineages. Meaning that whatever this man is, he's a part of a high family.
Immediately, without a thought, Daenerys bows.
Okay. Tell me, Palladius, what good are these few when so many others have wasted my time? You watch as Palladius kind of, they are strong. They I do not know, but I know that they do not mean any harm. Very well. Could you watch as he looks over all of you? What are you here for?
Rue steps forward. She says, "There's a handful of things, but I have my own personal questions for you."
Yes, I can see that. And he waves a hand, and Rue, you feel the ground under you pull you forward. And you come closer into the light, and as you look closer into his face, and he says, "You are most interesting to me. As are you." And without taking his eyes from you, he waves his other hand, and Daenerys, as you're still bowing, you also feel the ground and almost like a wave push you closer to him. You, an Aokokra from the Floating Isle. They've not sent a delegate in many years. Why send one now?
I was sent from Arathia to learn more about
Aaron,
my father.
Aaron, can you back off your mic just a tad?
Yes, of course. Is this better?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay. I was sent from Arathia to talk to you about my father, Minster Athian, and about the research and about the elements and...
Mince. Yes, I thought I recognized your feather pattern somewhere. He was here, 10 years ago, if I remember correctly.
You know my father?
Regretfully.
What do you mean by that?
It means I grow tired of this conversation. Palladius, do you truly believe that they can fulfill the task that I need done? Palladius kind of like, yes, of course. I would not bring them. I would not tell you if I was not sure. They did not. They did not attack me on sight. Very well. And he watches. If he could grin, you see almost a devilish smile come across his face, and he raises his hand and he points to you, Lothric, and he says, "You. Would you mind doing me a favor?"
What is it?
And his grin grows even wider. And as he opens his beak to talk, Palladius steps forward and he says, "Please, I do not think that is necessary. I would vouch, I would stick my life on this." And you watch as all of the glee in Fusion's face drops away. He says, "Very well." And he drops his hand. "If all men come to me for a reason, for some greater knowledge to be had, I can give it. I assume that the rest of your stories would only bore me, so I will get to the brunt of it. I require a group to fulfill a task for me. You will suffice."
Is he speaking in common or Aarakocran?
He's speaking in common.
Okay.
And
He
what is
said-
this task that you need us to do?
I require you to bring me back a spell. Transcribe it, learn it, memorize it, I do not care. As long as you bring it back here in one piece. But first, I must ask, and he steps down the staircase, and he steps down the staircase as he's talking. And he steps in front of you, and he looks at all of you, and he says, "I want you to kill me."
Well,
What?
Why?
If you are not up to the task, then leave.
I didn't say I wasn't up to the task. I said I wanted to know why.
Because I want to see if it's possible.
How will we get the answers we seek if we kill you?
A fair point. However, you will not get them if you do not try.
I guess Lothar's gonna pull out his greatsword,
so we're doing this.
kind of hesitantly, but
Okay. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh fuck! Okay! Holy shit!
Balls and shit and
what have I
balls
done?
Wait a minute!
and balls and fuck.
I didn't consent to this! He's gonna fucking wreck us!
the fuck?
What?
Alright, come on, initiative dice roll. Let's go.
Oh my god!
Wait, actually, I got a dirty 20. It's the first time I've gotten something that high.
Okay, we're gonna try and murder God. Let's go.
Battlefield of the Mind. You all stand around Fusion, as you now know him, a Owlin Eokokra, and he stands before you completely lax. He doesn't change any defensive position. He doesn't cast a spell. He simply stands as Rue. Your turn begins.
Okay. I guess before she attacks, she's gonna say, "We didn't come here to fight you. We came for answers."
And answers you will receive.
Okay, I'm gonna do a fucking first level guiding bolt.
Okay. So, it instantly hits. He's not trying to defend himself in any way.
Oh,
As you
sick.
guiding bolt him, you watch as the bolt hits him in the chest, and then dissipates, and nothing changes. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, that'll bring us to Lothric's turn.
I'm gonna roll to hit,
Okay, roll to hit him.
and I'm gonna extend a spell slot to use my Divine Smite if I hit.
Okay, roll to hit him.
So, here it goes. 13 14 plus 6 is
19. It hits him.
okay.
Roll damage.
D6. And, where is it? I think it's in actions. It is. All the way at the bottom. Then D8 is that one. 23 damage.
Okay. You take your sword and imbuing it with your faith, you bring it down in the common slash you do, where it's shoulder to gut, and it almost like grinding on stone as you bring it to him. And he says, disappointing. Is that your turn?
I'll use my second action to attack him again.
Okay, roll to hit him.
16.
That also hits him.
Okay. That one. Okay. I'm gonna use my great weapon fighting to re-roll one of the dice
You
that
don't
I
need
got.
to
I
tell me,
rolled a
dude.
1 and a
It's
2.
okay. You don't need to tell me.
Okay. 9 damage.
9
I
damage.
rolled the 1.
You take your normal second strike, which is just across the gut, and it feels like you miss. And you just that'll bring us to Bo's turn.
Okay, I'm going to Crimson Right.
So the blade and he says, interesting.
And I already rolled my 2 attacks just so that way we didn't spend too much time on it. And I got a natural 1 and an 18.
So the 18 hits him. And like as your blade connects with him, you watch as the fire that's on it begins to and just blows out as you drag your blade across him, and then as soon as it leaves his body, it reignites.
Oh,
Alright.
That's fucking weird.
That'll bring us to Daenerys' turn.
Wait, do you want the damage?
Nope.
Okay.
Diyogen, are you sure you want us to do this?
Yes, here. And he bends over, like he puts a hand on his knee, and he bends over, and he exposes his neck for you.
What?
Daenerys is going to cast Moonbeam.
Okay. So, I gotta check what that does again, because I always forget, because it's a weird spell. It's a druid spell. So a dim light just encompasses him, and he makes a Constitution saving throw. He succeeds easily. So roll 2d10.
That's 18.
He says, "You think your father did not try that before?"
That'll be the end of her turn.
It should be. Did you get the second ability?
I think I did. Hang on, let me go check it. Let me go look at it,
If it was 2d8 before, it'll be 3d8 with the second ability. And if it's 3d8 before, it'll be 4d8 with the second ability.
It was 3d8 before.
Okay, so it'll be 4d8 now.
Okay.
And that'll bring us to Magnus's turn.
There's something more to this, and I don't know what it is. Magnus is gonna walk up to Theogen.
He's still exposing his neck.
Mm-hmm. he's gonna say, so if we pass your test, whatever this is,
I die.
will we still receive
No.
our answers?
Just get on with it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave at 3rd level.
Okay, how much damage does that do?
That does 48 of damage. Let me roll it.
So I think that also hits everybody else.
Yeah. What's the save?
It's 15 feet. I was trying to, like, distance myself. I don't know if they were all right fucking there.
They all took fucking physical attacks except for Daenerys.
I took Guiding Bolt.
Oh yeah.
So Bo and Lothric are gonna get hit. Fuck.
Well, he did make Daenerys and Rue come closer to him anyway,
Oh, that's
so
true. So then I am still.
you're all gonna get hit.
Okay, so I couldn't even do, like, Sinifs if I really wanted to, then.
It's in a straight line.
Could I do it without
So
them getting
yeah, you
hit?
can do it without hitting them.
I'll
Yeah.
do Sinus instead, then.
Okay.
So I'll pull out my rapier, and I will point
He
it
auto fails the save.
into his chest. And that is plus 5. 20 points of fire damage.
Okay. The flame and just like bends around him almost like water as it just like a straight line then reconnects and spouts out from the back of him. And he grabs the blade and he drives it further into his chest, or tries to, but it doesn't go anywhere, and he just damn. Is that your turn?
Yeah. There's no, like, even just, like, Magnus just kind of has this, like, melancholy, sad face. He's just like, I really don't want to be doing this.
Okay. That'll bring it to his turn, and he'll let go of the blade and stand up straight and say, maybe in another 100 years. Enough. You can exit combat.
Okay. I don't like this at all.
Home Slice is probably fucking immortal, and he just wants to die.
That's so sad.
It is really sad, but, like, you know...
Very well. I suppose you will suffice. And as he goes to say Palladius, he turns his head to Palladius and he says, "Oh, I see. Welcome back, Apostolia." And as you turn your head to see Palladius, you see, this time, another woman carrying herself very gingerly, very lightly, very elegantly. She has another toga. And this time, there is physically no crab mutation at all. It's just a woman. But you can see like hints of scarring where the crab mutation would have been. And she just has a very gentle smile on her face.
What did you say her name was?
Apostolia. I'll put that in chat.
There's another one?
There are 5 in total. Apostolia is the only one that recognizes all others. Unfortunately, she is mute.
Magnus will, like, bow his head in greeting to her.
She just gives a gentle smile. Very well. I ask that you all go to Icleafall and return a spell.
Spell of what?
If you must know, I believe it is the spell that caused the destruction of Akalia, my home, and the total erasure of its inhabitants.
You want to destroy the island more?
No, I wish to see the spell and see if I cannot reverse its effects.
What is the nature of this spell? I may ask.
That is a question I ask as well. I do not know.
How,
s-
sorry.
That's okay.
How are you here and the rest of your people, I'm assuming, are not?
I was not in this world at the time it happened. As he begins to walk back up the staircase, those talons racking on the marble floor. And he sits back down in his throne. Irini could tell you more. I grow tired and bored of this conversation.
Will we get the answers we seek after?
Hold your patience and tongue, elf.
He kind of like shuffles, like, or like, not shuffles, she like just like closes her mouth and kind of like looks down.
You will get whatever answers to whatever inane questions you seek, yes. As long as you provide me with entertainment. It seems to me that you, and he looks to you, Ro, do not remember what you are, if anything at all.
No, I don't, which is why I came to you.
If you do not remember why you are painted on the walls, if you were worshipped, then recalling the spell I've asked will also be beneficial to you. For you must head to the Grand Library, and inside there lies another spell I know of. It's within a book, the largest floor. If you retrieve that book, and you will know it when you see it, you will gain every answer that I cannot give you. And I assure you, to you specifically, that is many.
Okay. Thank you.
Irini, he says, and you hear a as you watch a woman come out from behind his throne, the like the desk and paper and book area. This is the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Objectively, she is hands down gorgeous. Like in terms of what is attractive at this day and age, at this day and time, she is incredibly curvaceous. People tend to have slimmer fits in this time because a lot more people have access to food. She's curvaceous, slim. She's just gorgeous. She has long black hair. She stands about 5'7", and she comes up to the side of Theogen's throne, and he leans over and he says, "Tell them about the predicament I'm in. I believe that watching from afar will be more fun than if I participate directly. She said. She kind of just nods. And then walks down the stairs. Do you say anything?
Who doesn't?
How did you expect mere mortals to kill you?
Mortal. Is that what you believe you are? And he waves his hand, and you all feel the ground take you away from the front steps, and Irini too, as she gets moved with you about 50 feet away.
What? 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 Are we still in the room with him? Or no?
Yeah, he's just far away.
What else would we be?
He doesn't say a damn thing. And Irini kind of like looks at you and she says, "If you wish to stay alive, I would suggest not pressing the matter further."
So, Irini, what do we have to do to get this spell?
As you use her name, you see like she kind of like flinches, and then returns back to her composure. You must go to the Grand Library in what was once Akalia, the capital city. It's about half a day's walk. And, well, you have to retrieve a spell that we have been looking for a very long time. Unfortunately, we cannot enter it because we are native to Akalia.
Do you know what the spell looks like?
Not the slightest.
Natives can't enter?
If we were to enter, Theo's best guess is that we would be eradicated from time. And that is not something that I am willing to do.
Wouldn't that solve his death issue?
Well, he wishes to die. He does not wish to be forgotten entirely. You see, we believe that the inner workings of the spell prevent any outside knowledge, or prior knowledge, from existing.
That spell must be so incredibly powerful.
And that is why you can see why we need to try and reverse its effects before other people learn of its existence.
Okay.
Oh my god, we are all more in over our heads than I thought we were.
Oh, most certainly. But what did you expect? You traveled through hell on waves and met things that don't make sense on an island that shouldn't even exist and doesn't in, well, their eyes. And she gestures to Daenerys.
Yes, I've been kept completely oblivious to this island my whole life.
We believe it is not information being kept from you, more whatever was known by your families simply was forgotten the moment the spell was executed.
So were my people a part of this land at one point?
I don't know. Theo probably knows a bit more. What I can tell you is that the Aarakocra that were once here ruled, more or less with an iron fist, and Ikalia was once the leading edge of all magic. We had gotten to the point where we simply were more powerful than anywhere else, and unfortunately that led us to see others as inferior.
That's an issue we're trying to address every day.
Yes, well, she kind of gives you a very cold smile. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
Guess not.
Magnus is rolling his eyes and walking away.
Do you try to walk away?
I've not like out the building, but just away from this.
Like how far?
I don't know.
I need to know.
Like 5 or 10 feet?
Okay. As soon as you get about 3 feet away, your entire body just freezes. And you hear, "Now that's not very entertaining." And you feel yourself turn around and get thrown back into the circle.
Rue kind of like looks like in just utter confusion. She's like, "What was that for?"
So where do we find this library then?
Well, you know that I'm assuming you saw it, the large storm inside the large glass-looking dome. That is a wall of protection that Fusion... She kind of like stops in her tracks and waits a second. That Theo put up to prevent whatever was happening in it spreading further. That is why the war wastes are so horrible, and yet the island is fine, because it's no longer spewing whatever was coming out of it.
From my understanding, there's some form of chaotic magic that is infecting the land and the water here. At least the samples that I took.
Yes, well, I can assure you we've already done every test we know of.
You
And
figured as
we have
much.
a large amount of information, and yet we still cannot deduce what powers the spell, and why it's still going.
Well, that's comforting.
We need to go. We need to leave. We need to go get to Igloo so we can get our answers.
Before you go, you should know that there is a sort of, let's call it a demon, that feeds on chaos magic, that lives within Igloo. We don't know how strong it's going to be, nor do we know if it is even still alive.
Do you know if it has any weaknesses? Or strengths? Or anything?
Not in the slightest, no.
Fantastic.
Okay. Would you be willing to point us in that direction, and we'll be on our way real quick?
I'm sure you can use your eyes and see it.
What?
I look back at Fiajin and just say, "Are we allowed to go now?"
There's no answer.
Can I try to leave again?
You can try to leave again.
I would like to try to leave again.
You start walking away. And as you kind of like begin to walk away, you hear Jen talking with Palladius, or well, Apostolia, and he says, I know that you cannot follow them, but if you could at least guide them to the outskirts, that would be very helpful. And then you hear the clacking of, or I guess the sounds of shoes on marble as Apostolia comes to lead you out into whatever hell you're about to enter.
Great.
So, anybody else want to do anything while you're here?
I do.
What do you want to do?
So, what's the assistant's name again?
Irini.
Irene, we have been coming in contact with some strange creatures, and there's a spell that I have been studying and collecting. If you'd know anything about it, that would be much appreciated. I know answers aren't guaranteed till afterwards, but I thought I'd give you this just in case. And she pulls out the picture of the spell she's been curating.
What is the spell?
The one that we saw when we saw Abe.
The transformation circle
Oh
thing?
no. Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Oh!
So Daenerys, as you say that, and you pull out your journal, and you flip to the page, and you show it to Irene. She looks at it with her cold expression. Looks at it a bit more. Then she looks to you, and she says, Unfortunately, I'm not well versed in magical runes. If you asked Theo at the end, I'm sure he would be able to tell you more. I'm more of a long-term assistant.
That's understandable. Just thought I would ask. And Fyojin doesn't really seem to be in an answering mood, so she puts away the spell.
He never is. Living that long will make... Oh, not just that. Living that long and seeing that many worlds and seeing everything will make a man bored, I'm sure. It would make a woman terribly dull as well. As
Absolutely.
she kind of like turns on her heel and she says, Good luck, and begins to walk back.
That's it. We're not dead. Oh my god.
Okay, fuck, I guess I just start walking towards the fucking Ichliofog, cause what the fuck else are we gonna do?
I like to think by now Magnus is just sitting out on the steps, just like waiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Apostolia kind of stands in front of you outside.
Okay.
Were you gonna say Lothar?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Somebody's talking.
Sorry if my mic picked up.
No, that's okay. So as you all kind of leave the massive chamber, Apostolia kind of stands in front of you, and with that scarred face and hands, she kind of like looks at all of you with a very loving grin. As she kind of like tightens and redoes her toga a bit more and kind of brushes it off and tries to make it a bit cleaner. She notices that during all that, let's say we're gonna let's say Magnus, as you had gotten close and unleashed your fire, we'll say that a bit of your hand got a bit burned. Not a lot, but it definitely stings, even though you're still a fire genasi. Your blade gets hot. And Apostolia walks up to you and she kind of gently takes your hand and nods as she lays her other hand over it. You watch as a bright glowing light emanates from her hands, and she casts Healing Word and heals your hand.
Thank you.
She just gives a nod. And then lets you go. And she starts walking. And as you all look over the great hill, you see the great dome with the storm and the city beneath it. And that is Icleophol.
Well, down we go.
In more ways than one.
Listen, if I die, I'm gonna have a hell of a fucking cool story. I'm just gonna start following Apostolia.
Okay. So, as you all follow, I would like somebody to roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it.
Yeah!
Alright, shitty rolls! What do you got for me today? That is a 4.
A 4!
Oh no.
Interesting! So,
Yep.
as you all are walking down, you watch as Apostolia freezes and looks at Icleophol dome. And you watch as the dome wavers a bit. And then all of you see this almost shimmering force pulse out of it. Like, out of the dome. And then it... You watch as a massive wall of spherical force is released from the dome and rushes across the landscape at a speed you've never seen before, and it hits you almost instantly from the time you saw it to the time it gets there, and it and you don't feel any different, but something's not right.
With all of us?
You all feel a bit strange, yeah. And then Apostolia just like shakes her head and then continues walking.
I'm gonna like pat myself down and just like check everything, make sure everything's still there.
Yeah. No crab bits.
Did everyone else feel that?
Yeah.
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 We're just gonna keep walking to keep up with Apostolia.
Okay.
Can I... hang on, I wanna see something. We're gonna do a little... Just like a little minor illusion of like a little fire person dancing in my hand just to see if magic still works.
Nothing happens.
What?
Hmm.
Do produce flame?
Shit.
Nothing happens.
Guys.
I'm just gonna like turn around. What?
Doing the hand motion for produce flame that Magnus normally does.
It's like a duck quacking.
He's like quacking his hands open and close, just like the Italian hand, just like
Yeah, the Italian hand.
we
God
have
damn
a
it.
problem.
I'm gonna try to like do Shield of Faith.
Nothing happens.
Tanny will try to do wild shape.
Nothing happens.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so we need to be careful. Very careful.
Is this permanent?
Apostolia. As you say that, Apostolia stops and kind of turns around. She shakes her head, and she. Nobody's here speaks sign language, so she makes a sign, but you don't understand it.
That sucks so bad.
Daenerys is going to pull out a blank piece of paper and,
Yes.
and pen and hand it to her.
She kind of like grabs it and kind of like stares at her for a second, and then looks at you and shakes her head.
She writes in Aarakocra, we can't understand your signals. I'm sorry. Can you write on here?
She looks at the page, and then looks at you, a very confused face, and just shakes her head again.
Can I try common?
If you
Dude,
want
like,
to.
dude,
Sure.
can you understand common? Can I also, like, at her, can you read?
She shakes her head.
Okay. Fucking.
Bo's gonna take out a dagger and see if the Crimson Rite still, you know,
Your dagger ignites, yeah.
Okay.
damn.
That'd be interesting.
I know.
Can't get out of the curse that easy.
Damn!
Listen, we're trying everything else. I guess we'll just have to see if it comes back. I'm sure we'll be fine. I hope.
Alright. I guess we're just gonna keep walking.
Every now and again, Magnus is gonna keep doing produce flame. Like, maybe every hour.
So, unless you guys want to talk along the way, do you?
I got nothing.
I don't know. I just
Okay.
I want to get the spell.
Takes you about an hour to get your magic back, yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
And, I would like somebody to roll a d20 for me.
I'll roll it this time.
Don't roll a 4.
I roll a 6.
What if it's the same thing?
You all feel another wave of force.
Fucking damn it!
Damn it!
It's a 1 to 6, sorry.
Magnus does produce flame. Ah, I got it back! Wave of force. Fucking damn it! I hate that orb.
Wait. In that time where the magic was happening, can Daenerys have magic shape? Wild shaped?
Do you want to waste a wild shape because you guys are about to enter a dungeon?
That is true. Never mind.
Okay, I'm just, I don't want you to...
You're right. I just thought it would be funny.
Listen, it's very funny, but like, let's be smart, please.
It's a good joke.
Daenerys is sheep,
For the
gets eaten
bit.
by demon.
Okay.
So, you all continue walking, and you begin to get past these steps and cliffs. See a couple more shrines dotted here and there along the pathway. And as you begin to crest over... Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Excuse me. As you begin to crest over a hill after a hill after a hill after a cliff, and you finally hit a flat plateau of land. In front of you, you see what was once the city, the capital city of Ikalia. The dome around it casts almost a permanent shadow as the reactive, chaotic storm trapped within builds pressure and pressure. And in the dead center of the city, you see a massive building. Daenerys, you recognize this building. You've seen this building before. This is the exact same. It's different in places, many different places, but this is your grand library.
Like the same one on the floating isles?
Yeah, it's the same kind of architecture. It's built the same. There are a few key differences. This one is it's painted instead of just the raw, overarching wood and stone and vines and leaves. This is a painted building. It's very vibrant in very many different colors. Unlike all of the ruins you've seen thus far, everything here seems to have been perfectly positioned, and it's almost as if time itself stopped here.
Does Daenerys know that there's other libraries like this?
No, she only knows that the Grand Library exists in Aralia.
Daenerys is speechless. She stops in her tracks. She doesn't keep walking, and she just looks up in almost terror at this building in front of us.
Are you good, Ted?
Feathers, come on, we don't have time for this.
You don't understand.
Daenerys, are you
This
good?
the same library at home is the same exact architecture, just slightly more colorful and a little different, but this is where I spent my years researching everything I know.
But you've never been here before.
No. Never.
Maybe it's to do with the whole history probably erased thing.
I think this is a good thing. I should know where the spell is. What
Yeah,
location
I
would
mean,
it be at?
If this is anything like a library at home, you know this place like the back of your hand. You know that it's going to be on the topmost floor in the spiral archway tower that allows for Aarakocra to fly in and out very easily. A lot of the ropeways below this floor also lead up there for other people who aren't Aarakocra to get in there. It's a lot harder for them because your home is still very closed off to outsiders. You're
Right.
again, you're the first person to leave the country in like 7 years. So
Right. If the architecture is anything similar to what it was like at home, it might be very difficult for you guys to maneuver.
Well,
Let's just hope that there's stairs up to the place we need to get to. And she points to the tower it should be in.
That's alright. We'll do what we have to.
I'm
To
sure
be
know
fair,
what
we
you've
just
done.
sailed across the warways. I think climbing won't be that bad.
That's a tall ass building.
We just did a tall-ass task. We just talked to Fijian, of all people.
Honestly, I could go without talking to him again. Guy's a prick.
I need my answers.
As do I.
True. Fair and true. Although the killing me thing was weird, but I get it if he's immortal.
Well, shall we?
Yes. Rue's gonna turn to Apostolia and thank you for helping us.
she just like very warm motherly smile and nods.
Can I insight check the smile?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's an 11.
It doesn't take a lot to know that this is a very genuine smile. She wants to help.
Rue is going to put on her best reflection of that smile, like kind of copy it in a way.
Apostolia walks up to you, Rue, seeing you do that, and she puts a hand on your shoulder, and she just shakes her head. And then she signs something that you don't understand. And she points to your chest.
Rue's smile like completely drops. She just kind of shakes her head in like agreement.
So she nods?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
And Apostolia kind of, that smile gets a little bit bigger as she gives you a brief hug and then lets you go.
Oh.
Rue takes a small step back before kind of turning and like kind of walking away.
Okay.
At this point, if we can, Bo's gonna try and fucking climb up the giant-ass tower.
So, it's a mile away in the innermost part of the city. You are
Shit.
maybe 40 feet from the entryway of from the dome, from entering the dome.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Alice?
No. I'm okay.
Sorry, I did something stupid.
It was really funny to me.
No, fuck you. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I'm okay. Oh, continue, please.
So, what are you doing?
We're just gonna step into the dome.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you step into the dome, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, maybe stepping to the dome was bad. That's alright. What's my dex modifier? Okay. 14.
So, what normally would have killed you, you feel the same kind of hand push you further. You don't know where it comes from. There's no voice this time. But you can tell that if whatever didn't just happened, you would have died. And you stumble past the dome, and you look around, and you see something astonishing. But before we get to that, what the rest are you doing?
Magnus is staring in horror as Rue just walked into this fucking dome with like no hesitation.
She's disappeared. Yeah, she's not there anymore.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna try and do the same.
Oh, no. Can we talk about this first?
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, that's better. 16? Wait, no, 16 was the raw roll. Sorry. 16 plus 7. 23.
Jesus Christ, yeah. As you enter, as you put your foot in, you feel malice incarnate. You feel that if you stay in this, you will die. So you jump through and land on the other side clean, and you don't die.
Oh my fucking god.
So, like, Bo just disappears from view as well?
Yep. You can
Okay.
see clear to the other side, but you don't see them.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, put my hand on Daenerys and Lothric and give them guidance.
Okay.
This is really stupid, and I'm gonna run through.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I fucking hate them.
Pass the fucking dex save. Oh my god.
Come on, Bard die. Hey. 19.
You run through. Daenerys and Lothric make a dexterity saving throw.
And
Agree.
the guidance gives you what again?
A d6.
Okay, cool. Oh! 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 Oh no!
Don't forget you have inspiration.
I'm gonna use that. What does it give me? A D6, right?
No.
Inspiration allows you to gain advantage on a roll.
So you could roll it again.
Okay, because I rolled a 3.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, that's better. 14.
Okay. Lothric, you're not nearly fast enough.
Oh.
And as you make it through, luckily your heavy armor protects you. But you make it through and you feel off. You look down at your hand and you're missing 3 fingers.
Oh.
Every sleight of hand roll you make from now on will be at disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Forever? Forever? Holy shit! Wait, forever? Hang on! Do we see this?
He comes through missing 3 fingers.
What the fuck happened to your hand?
His hand is bloody and dripping. Alright, Daenerys.
I rolled a 16.
You barely make it through.
Do I lose a finger?
No, you don't. 16 was the
Okay.
DC.
Lothric drops to the floor on his knees, clutching his hand.
I'm gonna pull out a scarf and start wrapping his hand. Does anybody want to, like... I don't think we have magic back yet, but does anybody know, like, field shit? Besides
been an
you?
hour.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking...
So- Lothric, I want you to roll. Actually, I'll do it.
I'm okay.
Did he take any
Lothric
damage
is as
from
pale
that?
as a ghost, and he just blankly stares at you, Magnus, while you're putting the scarf on his hand. No words.
Lothric, you lose your pinky finger, your ring finger, and your index finger from your left hand.
So that's admitted.
Ooh, that's fun.
Oh,
That's a fun combo. So you only have those two? That's cool.
oh.
That
He's always like,
sucks.
that's so cool. You lost your finger.
Your fingies.
I almost died. I can make fun of his no finger hand.
I cannot fucking believe you guys did not inspect the dome first. You inspect fucking everything first. Why?
What the fuck are we
God damn
gonna
it.
do about it, dude? What
You
are we gonna
always,
do?
Every time, I would like to open the door. It's locked. I would like to make a check on the door. Every fucking time.
What are we
The
gonna
one
do?
time I
It's a
expect you to
dome.
do it, you don't fucking do it.
What are okay? But like, if we, oh yeah, this thing will cause you severe.
magical dome.
Okay, but listen, this thing is gonna cause you giant severe damage. What are you gonna do about it? Fucking, I don't know, throw a rock at it.
You would have figured something out.
Okay, well, we're
I'm
through
just
the dome.
saying.
Now, Lothric doesn't have any fingers.
That's okay. He's alright. Walk it off, champ. Rub some
Walk it off, champ! I'm Magnus.
Luckily, he was wearing heavy armor. If he wasn't wearing heavy armor, Lothric would have died.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
Awesome.
there's that.
Yay.
That's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Holy fuck, dude!
Oh.
So,
Oh,
I
what did
hope
we
you
see?
all.
What did we see?
That's gonna come next episode.
No!
I
Damn
hope
it!
you all enjoyed tonight's episode of Dungeons and Destinies. Lord knows that I am angry about everything.
Oh, Cole, I'm sorry.
So leave a like on both platforms, subscribe, and join on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. All of the art you see on screen is made by the wonderful Alice. She's the player for Magnus and is amazing and does a lot of other amazing stuff. So check out her other streams and her other content on YouTube. It's all pretty damn good, not gonna lie. All of the maps that you saw and like even the table in front of you are made by me using free editing tools and whatnot. Also, the maps that I make are made by FA Mapmaking or Forgotten Adventures Mapmaking. They're a great free online tool. You can also pay them money if you want to get better access to a lot more things that they have. I've paid some money, not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. And all the music you heard in tonight's episode was made by the wonderful Michael Kelfi. Check him out on YouTube and Spotify, along with Philip Melvin on Spotify. That's MichaelGhelfi. They are wonderful composers and a big, big help to the show. So, that's all I have. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream!
Stream.
Bye, stream.